Hi, guys. We are on page 31 in our handwriting book. And today we are looking at two different basic cursive strokes. One is the down curve, where it's going to go down and it's going to make a little curve, okay? And the other one is an over curve, where it's going to go up and curve over. Okay, so the first one we're looking at the down curves. Okay, you will learn to write these lowercase letters. Each letter begins with a down curve stroke. So all of these lowercase letters start at the dashed line and they're going to curve down. Okay, so let's take a look at a lowercase a. You're going to start at the dashed line, you're going to down curve, loop around, and then give it its little tail so that it can connect to the next letter. Let's do the lowercase d. Again, starting at the dashed line, down, curve, down. But when you come up, you're going to take it all the way up to that top blue line and then loop around. The G, down curve, starting at the dashed line. It's going to come down curve, loop around, but then you're going to bring it down underneath the red line and loop it so that that will connect to the next letter. O, start at the dash line, down curve around, and then that's going to connect it to its next letter. C, down curve around. C is pretty easy. And then Q, starting at the dash line, you're going to come down, down curve, loop it around, come down under the line, but you're going to go the opposite way of the G. Okay, so you see the difference between the G, the loop goes this way. The Q, the loop goes that way. Okay, so I want you to trace over these letters and then try to do a couple of down curves underneath of that. But we have to go over the over curves as well. Okay, so we have, let me fix this here so that you can see what we're going to talk about next. Still on page 31, but we're looking at the over curve strokes at the bottom. It's going to start at the red line and it's going to go up, but it's going to curve over almost like a rainbow. Okay, so let's take a look at some of these over curve lowercase letters, like an N. N is going to start on the red line. It's going to over curve up to the green line, and then you're going to come down, and that's what an N's going to look like. M's almost the same way. Over curve, down, but you're going to give it two loops and then bring it around like that. A Y, start at the red line, over curve up to the dash line, and then come down and loop it around. And an X, over curve, down, and then cross your X, okay? That one there on the end, well, let's just do the last two since there's only two left. Let's do a lowercase v. Starting at the red line, you're going to over curve up, then come down. You're going to give it a little bit more of a little V shape to it, okay? And that last letter, you might not even know what that letter is. That is a lowercase z, okay? So it's going to over curve up. You're going to come down and then loop it around like that. Z's were always my worst cursive letter, as you could tell. Doesn't really look like the one in the book, but you just do the best that you can. So again, trace over these letters there with the over curves, and then try just some over curve strokes there at the bottom, and we will move on to page 32 tomorrow.